Morning guys, how's it going? Got a little SOG PowerPint multi-tool. I picked this because I wanted a small multi-tool at a EDC, and this had really good reviews, so I went ahead and pulled the trigger. When I bought it, it was about 50 bucks. They're a bit cheaper than that now on Amazon. I'll put links down below for anyone that may be interested. But these things sell between, I don't know, 45 bucks thereabouts, up to 60 bucks I think is the MRSP. Let's take a look at this thing. It's got 18 tools on it, and it's got the 2x grip compound leverage. I really like this compound leverage. See those cogs there? But anyway, we'll get to that. This is what it looks like closed, and it's 3.2 inches closed. Nice little thing, nice pocket clip there to slide in your pocket. That's one of the things I was really interested in, was one of these tools with a pocket clip. Alright, so we got all the 18 tools on here. I'll go through a bunch of them quickly, probably not all of them. You can go check the specs on Amazon or wherever yourself. I want to keep this video as short as I can, really. Alright, I picked the blacked out version. There's also the stainless steel satin version. Alright, so this thing is a great fidget tool, I've got to say that. Awesome fidget tool, you know. I've got this thing running nice and smooth. It's a little stiff when I got mine, but it's settled in really nice. That's the best thing I like about it, is that. Now, with the pocket clip, when it's sat in your pocket, the thing will open up a bit. It'll open up a bit like that, and I find it difficult to pull out of my pocket. So I use it in my cargo pockets, so I don't use it in my side pocket because it will open up, and I find that a little annoying. So for one with a little pocket clip, which is what I wanted, I'm going to make a little leather pouch for it and have it on my belt. That's where I'm going to next with this. Now, I've been carrying this tool for something like 3 months, so I've got to know it pretty well. Let's go through the tools. Alright, so we got a bunch of tools here on this side, which open up. They open up on the outside here, and they do lock into position, and you got to push this piece here to unlock your tools. Yeah, so I like that the tools lock. That's really nice. This blade here is a really nice blade. It's pretty sharp, sort of a Warncliffe end to it. It comes pretty sharp. I've used it for slicing up cucumber and things like that, but nothing too hard, you know. It's not a hard, I don't rate this as a hard working tool because of the steel. I'll go into that in a minute. But it's got a little awl here and a jewellery screwdriver, and one of these things that's designed for cutting open things like this. Yeah. This plastic here, you push it in and pull it along. What do they call this thing? A hook cutter, that's what they call it, a hook cutter. But it isn't really sharp enough to push into the plastic. You're better off using a blade. So to me, they could lose that and put something more useful there. And we got the file here, and the file makes a good fingernail file, and that's pretty much about it. Might file down a bit of wood or something like that, but I wouldn't be filing any steel with it. Alright, so that's the tools on that side. Let's go to the other side. Alright, we've got this serrated knife, which is really nice. I like that. Really sharp. We've got a bottle opener, little Phillips screwdriver. No, this is a can opener, sorry, can opener. which works as a bottle opener. And we got the Phillips screwdriver, and we have a bottle opener, which I don't see the point when the can opener works as a bottle opener, so that could be replaced as far as I'm concerned. And we got some scissors here. I know some of you guys like your scissors, and I have been using these and they work pretty good. Let's snip something. Yeah, they do work pretty good as scissors, but that happens with them. Yeah, when you cut, it sort of locks itself shut. Let's cut again. Yeah, see that? I don't like that when you're using scissors that they lock like that. But you know, it's got scissors. If you're gentle and slow with them, you'll be able to cut paper. But if you push down too hard, that'll happen. It locks up. Right, what else has it got? Alright, we can use a 1/4 inch bit here and insert it into the end. Yeah. So that's handy. I like that. It's kind of magnetic too, which is pretty cool. I like that. Now it says it's got a protractor. This here, I've no idea how that works. I mean, you can't read those numbers on there. I can't. Yeah, so the protractor's pretty useless. Also says it's got a ruler, yeah, on the edge here. You can't read that, so that's pretty useless too, in my opinion. Yeah, so SOG, yeah, you're paying a lot of money for this little tool, and the steel that they're using is 5CR. In my opinion, it's too soft, and I'll give you an example of it being too soft. The jewellery screwdriver, I used this the very first time. Let's get a bit of white background. The very first time on a very small screw, and it twisted. The tip of the screwdriver there, I don't know if you can make it out, but it's twisted. So I got to hammer that back flat, and that was the one time that I used it. So that's what I mean about 5CR. It's pretty soft for a tool like this. In my opinion, it should be maybe 7CR. Now 5CR is equivalent to 420, which a lot of Americans are more familiar with 420, and 7CR would be the equivalent to 440. I would much rather this tool, especially at this price point, to be at least 7CR. I mean 5CR, that's bottom end budget in knives. Bottom end budget. Alright, the pliers. The pliers work well. But we got a gap. Yeah, you see that gap here in the jaws. I don't know if that's because of the way that it pivots here, but we do have that gap. But there isn't a gap at the very tip, so that's good. So, but they do work. They work pretty good. And this thing is not too heavy. It weighs in at 4.2 ounces. And when it's fully open there, we're looking at 5 inches, and again closed, it's 3.2 inches. So it's not too heavy. It is a good size for carrying. Well, I just think it's a little expensive in my opinion for what it is. And I've got a Sheffield here, an old Sheffield. This I paid $5 for, and let's take a look. This Sheffield, $5. There's no gap here, no gap here. And what I paid for this one, $50. We got that gap. So now this $5 Sheffield, it also has a better file. It's, if you want something cheap just to throw in your truck and have around, you can't go wrong with these things. But what I do love about this one is, look how wide those jaws open. and that's because of the system here on these cogs. I really love that. That is really nice. So there's that too. I mean, you've got a crimping tool in here as well. This area here, it's got here that's got serrations there, and you can crimp some electrical connectors or something like that in there, and that's pretty cool. But there you go, just my opinion. I do love it. I love it for its for messing about with it like this, you know, sat watching TV, and I like fidget knives and all, so I fidget with this thing all the time really, and that's why it's loosened up and nice and free. And I do like the black coating. It is wearing off in places, but I kind of like that. It sort of gets that worn look, and I do enjoy it for that. But don't confuse this SOG thinking this is made in America, because it isn't. This is made in China. And the SOG pillar, the knife, yeah, which is a beauty. I love this knife. This is made in the USA. This is not. It's made in China. So you might think you're paying a lot of money for a USA made. Well, it's not. It's a USA company, but made in China. Alright, so there you go. That's just my quick take on this thing. I like it. The steel is too soft in my opinion, and it's too expensive for what you're getting for the steel. I love this design, and I like that the tools lock. But there you go. If you want one of these, there will be links down below. Alright, thanks for watching guys. We'll catch you later.